Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm going to do all the Supernatural seasons. I'm going to do every season, I'm going to do a review on it, and then at the end of all of them, I'm going to do a ranking video. So, kick things off with Supernatural Season 1 starring Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles. Before we get into the pros and cons, let's start off with the plot and the storyline. It's two brothers, Sam and Dean Winchester, traveling back roads, saving people, hunting things, the family business, driving around in this classic 67 Chevy Impala, and they're trying to get revenge on the thing that killed their mother and find their father, John Winchester. Sam Winchester, played by Jared Padalecki, Dean Winchester, played by Jensen Ackles, and their father, John Winchester, is played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. And right from the beginning, the plot really just grabs you and gravitates you towards the entire season. And it starts off with the death of their mother, Mary, and then Sam loses his girlfriend, Jessica, 22 years later. And that really kicks off things with the brothers on the road and trying to get revenge. And, their father, John, kind of disappears. He's out looking for the thing. But at first, they don't really know if he's dead or if he's missing or what's going on. So they're trying to find their dad to find answers that make sure he's okay. And in the meantime, they go to town and to hunt down these supernatural beings, monsters and ghosts and etc. And I love the feel of it. This season, if you're a horror fan, you'll probably really enjoy this season because this is probably the scariest season of the entire series. And it's really great. And it has that Monster of the Week theme to it, which I know a lot of people don't like. I like that. And there's a lot of really classic episodes in this. You got the Hook Man, you got Scarecrow, you got Faith, you got Skin and Bloody Mary and uh, Dead Man's Blood, which introduces vampires. I mean, there's so many great episodes on this season. Now, I want to start off with the pros. The pro of this is the brothers, Sam and Dean. When they're on screen, they really feel like brothers. There's a really good chemistry and dynamic between the two. And throughout this season, they're like constantly button heads because, Dean is, you know, listens to his dad. Sam is kind of more the rebellious one. He doesn't really care what his dad says or wants. Sam is just hell bent on getting revenge on the thing that killed his girlfriend Jessica. And you do see John in this, and that's another pro to this is John. I love John. When John's on screen, he just grabs you. And it's so interesting to see him on screen. And it's even more interesting when you see all three of them together. And the action is great in this, the soundtrack, I love the car. And this show is very different from other shows like Buffy or Angel or even Charmed. These are just two normal guys. They don't have supernatural powers of their own. And they still find a way to defeat these supernatural beings. And they pose as like fake FBI and, marshals and cops to kind of like do their own investigation. Excuse me. And it introduces the character Bobby in the last episode, which I love Bobby. It introduces a character named Meg. You do finally find the thing that killed Jessica and Mary. It's a demon with yellow eyes. It introduces the cult, a gun that can kill anything. So there's a lot of really interesting things that go on. Now, as far as cons go, there's not much in this season, in my opinion. It's John. Now, I love John, but the downside is that you just don't see John enough, and I really wish you did. I know the show is the brothers show. It's Sam and Dean's show. It's not John. But I really wish you were able to see him more in this season. And I really wish you were able to see all three of them together. Um, like he's on the last 3 episodes, but other than that, you just don't see him a whole lot. And I really wish you did, because I think John makes this season. John is really probably the most interesting one, and you really feel for these characters. You really feel for the loss that they all went through. And even though it's been 22 years later, John, he still hurts so much because he lost Mary. And you really feel that. You get a sense of that. And I love the hell out of this season. There's nothing bad about this. Some people might think it's a little slow pace, or they don't like the monster of the week thing. But I think for a show like this, for the first season, that formula works. And so if you haven't seen Supernatural Season 1, please go out and buy it. A lot of good commentary. Gag reels are great. It gives you a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. You can watch this on Netflix for free, but I highly recommend this season. It's great. This is the foundation of the series. This is where it all started. Please go check this out. And that's it, guys. What did you guys think about Supernatural Season 1? Did you like it? Did you not? And tell me why in the comments section. And please go out there and subscribe. So I'm about to be doing Supernatural Season 2 review, so look out for that.